breaking news on congestion pricing. As we have been reporting, it is coming to New York City. We know broad strokes of the plan, including the $15 toll for cars driving below 60th Street during peak hours.
But now we are about to get specifics, including when the plan is scheduled to go into effect. Joining us now is MTA Chairman 𝗕𝗥𝗟𝗓. Of course, the big question at this hour. Mr. 𝗕𝗡𝗟, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. We all want to know, when will congestion pricing begin?
Well, Sandra, David, the answer is it's going to start on June 30th, which is a Saturday night going into Sunday morning. Sunday, June 30th, will be the first day that the congestion relief zone will be in effect. And I'm thrilled. It's a beautiful spring day in New York. I'm surrounded by tourists and people who came to Lower Manhattan. They took mass transit. 90+% of people come to the congestion zone, the central business district, walking, biking, and most of all, taking mass transit. We're a mass transit city, and we're going to make it even better to be in New York right now.
Mr. 𝗕𝗡𝗟, so many questions still regarding this plan. So let's talk about some of them. Sure. For example, are there any exemptions? Can people or groups apply to be exempt or get a discount?
Good question, David. Right now, we're opening up the portal so that people can actually start to apply. So if you go up on the MTA website, there'll be some prompts and you can get into the application process for the low-income discount and the exemption for folks who are with disabilities. And that also includes getting a person who drives somebody with a disability an exemption for their vehicle. So we're trying to make sure that people who do have disabilities who are exempt, and especially low-income folks, have a chance to apply for those special rates.
Despite your excitement about it, it's still a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow, the idea of congestion pricing. You guys are still facing some lawsuits. Is there the concern about those legal matters putting the plan on hold or delaying it any farther?
We do have a lawsuit from the state of New Jersey. You know, I've said many times, it doesn't make sense to me that they charge New Yorkers on the Garden State Parkway and the Turnpike, and they're trying to stop us from controlling our own streets. But we're pretty optimistic about how that's going to be resolved. The most important thing is we got to start getting to a place where ambulances can get to hospitals, so you don't worry about a loved one dying on their way to a hospital, that emergency vehicles can get to fires or police incidents, and most of all, that people who have to drive actually don't have as much congestion. It's going to be good for the drivers as well as everybody else.
You know, already, you're in New York, everyone's going to look for ways to kind of bypass this system as a toll. How are you going to enforce it?
Yeah, you know, it's very much like cashless tolling now. We get photographs, we get the evidence. 90+% people have Easy Pass. So the system's going to be very much like our existing tolling infrastructure. But good point, David. We are cracking down on people who are messing around with their license plates. We've seen a little too much of that. And we've got a parking lot on Randall's Island that's full of, Mercedes and Land Rovers and Audis and even a Bugatti or two, because people are, trying to cheat on the tolls. We're not going to let that happen anymore.
Okay. June 30th is the big day. That's what you're telling us. It's a weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, it is. It's, Saturday night starting at midnight. There is a discount for overnight. I want to emphasize that if you on a Saturday night from 9 p.m. on until 9 a.m. Sunday morning, the toll is 1/4. It's $3.75. So the folks who will get the first charges are only going to pay $3.75, not $15. But we're starting this process, and I'm excited that we're going to start to get cleaner air, less traffic, better transit. Great for New York.
And we want to again remind our viewers and our audience that they can go to the MTA website. They also can come to ABC7NY. We're going to have a list of how this plan is breaking down with all the new details. 𝗕𝗥𝗟𝗓𝗓, CEO, thank you so much for making time for us. We really do appreciate it.